Sports time. It's a sports o'clock in the afternoon on a sports day, Sports-tober in the year, Sports 24. That was all confusing. It's the Sports Show with Cody Mack. That is my name. I don't know your names yet. I can. I won't learn them. I'm terrible with names. But I'll try. 315-437-7644. If you want to talk on the phone, we can do that. We can chat about all of the things if you feel like it. But I got, I think, enough stuff covered because I didn't even get the stuff yesterday that I wanted to that I thought was some pretty cool audio. And it's more suited today, I guess, because Tuesdays aren't really super fun. Yeah, today's a Tuesday. On the Smart Show, ESPN Radio, 97.7, 100.1. And what's the other one? Is there one out in Rome or Utica, right? Whatever that one is, huh? QSportsTalk.com. That is on Twitch, where you can look at my face. Pretty okay looking. My mom thinks I'm a good little handsome boy. So that's a plus. Check that out. But yeah, Tuesdays there's not much. Even during the NFL year and stuff, there's not much. But luckily, the NFL giveth, whereas once it's over, it taketh away. As we got some breaking news throughout the NFL. Couple injuries, some trades, people getting put on their ass. Or as you call it, getting benched. Much like Justin Fields was benched for Russell Wilson, and everybody criticized it and questioned it, including myself, because Russell Wilson, I assumed was washed up. Last night, Monday Night Football, Giants Steelers. That is where we will start. And, not the best game for the Giants as they lose this one. They got kind of close towards the end, but then Daniel Jones did Daniel Jones things to make the game very Daniel Jones-like, and the Giants... Daniel Jones did all over the place, and the Daniel Jones in the end to fall to Daniel Jones as Daniel Jones is. Sorry, he's just, oh man, you could verb most of the things that are bad with the Giants with things from Daniel Jones. But again, Russell Wilson takes the place of Justin Fields, and I didn't think that was going to be a good idea at all. And he looked pretty damn good last night, man. He looked pretty good, and looks like he's kind of back to the old Russell Wilson, if you will, of the old, the Seahawk old. He threw that touchdown to Calvin Austin, looking pretty decent there. What else did I have from him? Other stats. Oh, I mean, he did get, was it 20 for 28, almost 300 yards, couple touchdowns, not bad. I think he had an interception, maybe a fumble was it or something like that. Either way, when I say Russell Wilson is back to old Russell Wilson, I mean maybe like with the super awesome answers. So exciting here, guys. Here we go.
Coming and we can be ready to go. There's a lot of good football teams ahead of us, and that we got to play, and we'll be prepared for that. And Coach Tomlin does a great job of that.
All right, thank you. Congratulations on the win,
guys.
Russell.
Yep, appreciate you.
Yep, kind of back to old Russell Wilson answers. They're a little boring. That's usually what you get from Russell Wilson. What would be nice right there, Twitch, I saved you. Jordan saved me, but Twitch, I saved you from having to hear that. A typical, kind of boring answer. They're going to do great. Anytime Russell Wilson is asked a question, any answer you should give is a time that he saw Sierra's butt, right? And you're 6-2. How do you stay hot? And hey, it's hot. Sierra's butt. My wife. And this time I saw it when she put on a bathing suit. She had to take it off, and then her bare butt, right? Way more exciting than most Russell Wilson answers. But they did look pretty good. Matter of fact, they're now in first in the division, which is kind of weird that the Steelers. Paulie Stabilia's Steelers are in first over the Ravens, who I put at 2 in my power rankings. That's either week to week, folks. Joe, Troy, sup?
I think Russell Wilson played really well. He played well against the Jets. He played really well here tonight, threw one incompletion in the second half. And if he gets hot, and you add that to this ground game and the offensive line that's gelling and the defense and the special teams and the head coaching of Mike Tomlin, I think there's a lot here to make them a really dangerous team the rest of this season.
Troy, as we watch Russell as he exits the field off of a 8-point victory, it's the second consecutive game where the second half he really gets things going. I'm interested in your sense of what that says. I mean, this guy's played a ton of football, a ton of high-level football, and yet this is 2 weeks in a row where the second half there's like a different gear and a different confidence. Perhaps you could relate to that.
Yeah, I think part of it early on is feeling out the defense. I think in general, you start as the game goes along, you start getting a better feel for what the defense is doing, where your opportunities are. But that's really been the way that the Steelers have been this year. And I think under Mike Tomlin, that's what they've been as well. Some of the adjustments, some of the things they do coming out in the second half, that seems to be when they really come alive. And that was the case again tonight. I agree with Joe in that, Russell Wilson obviously had a tough go the first year there in Denver, and a lot of people wrote him off and thought that he was finished. But for him to come back last year, he played a lot better, and then to step in last week and do some of the things that he did. If you get the big ball back in the offense as they've had now the last 2 weeks with this defense, they've got a chance, but obviously they've got a lot of good pieces around Russell. He doesn't have to be the focal point of what they're doing.
No, that's true. And that, I think, is the perfect situation for Russell Wilson. That's why they wanted Russell Wilson, and that was the reason they got Russell Wilson, because I wrote him off as a Bronco, and he looked pretty good. Took him about a game to shake that rust off. The little Taylor Swift, he shook it off, and he looked pretty good. The Steelers not looking too bad. And you heard him talking about some of the younger players there, and Calvin Austin. I love SVP. I'm too sleepy by the time SVP comes on, Scott Van Pelt, to listen to him. So it's fun to hear clips from him, especially when he's talking to guys like Calvin Austin, who caught the touchdown pass from Russell Wilson and then had an awesome punt return before that for a couple touchdowns. I like when the young guys are excited, because that's kind of the fun part about football, is guys like the running back from the Bills who was on the week before, and now you get Calvin Austin, the young Bills wideout that's having himself quite a game.
And he joins us now. Hey, Calvin, Scott Van Pelt.
That's crazy.
It's a pleasure to see you, man. Welcome. All right, so the Steeler fans are still here, and they're showing their love tonight for you.
Yes, sir.
Man, I was just thinking about this when I was a little kid, right? And I'd ride home from school. I grew up rooting for Washington. When they played on Monday Night Football, it was the biggest thing in the world, right? Nothing like Monday Night Football. You just had your first 2 touchdown game in this stadium on Monday Night Football. I saw you walking across looking at your phone. Are you still trying to make sense of what just happened?
Man, it's crazy. You see the fans out here, I'm just blessed by God. God has tremendously blessed me, and the fans are great. And so, what I say, talking to you, Scott Van Pelt, I'm like, I used to watch the show, so being on here is very special.
Oh, you used to? You don't anymore?
I watch it now. I still watch it.
All right, I'll just check it.
This was Coach T said it in the meetings this week. He was like, when you dream of moments like this, it's not possible, it's probable. And he was like, if you're an A player, be that. And so, in a moment like that, it just all came into fruition.
Coach T, man, he's my favorite guy to listen to speak. You get to be in there. Ryan was telling me about just the messages that he has learned from. But he said he's the most consistent guy he's ever been around. And I feel like this team is consistent. There's been an identity forever. If I say, what is a Steeler? How would you define what is being a Pittsburgh Steeler?
A Steeler is just
a football player.
A person, a true person on and off the field. A guy that, fights for their brothers. A guy that's going to show up every day and, construct a good day. A guy that's not just going to go and hope for something to happen. A guy that's going to wake up and make something happen.
And he did. He had a punt return for a touchdown, and then he caught a bomb from Russell Wilson. There wasn't too many highlights for the Giants. It didn't go too well. However, a fun highlight of any Monday Night Football game, and this just happened to work out well because Eli Manning's a part of it, is the Manning cast, where the Manning brothers do some fun stuff, and that includes doing a sexy Lexi dance, if you will. Dexter Lawrence's sack dance. You got LT on it last night, Bill Belichick, and you also had Eli Manning rapping.
You'll like this. I'm nice. Tom Brady's the GOAT. Sight, I beat him twice.
Okay.
Snap.
Okay.
Snap.
That was Eli attempting.
And now this is LL Cool J
Please be honest,
criticizing
How was Eli's rap game?
or reviewing.
Well, I tell you, everything he said was absolutely facts. It's true. You know what I'm saying? I was there for the helmet catch. I saw it in person, but the delivery sucked, bro. The delivery was a little nasty. It sucked a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, you know, like a baby with a baby bottle, like a baby with an icy. Sucked a little bit.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Just a little.
All effort,
it was pretty
no
good, though.
talent, LL. All effort,
Yeah.
no talent.
Yeah.
That's
like me throwing the ball, bro. Like me throwing the ball, man.
Ah, awesome. I love it. Sometimes this is fun. I'm not the biggest fan of Eli, you know, being a Cowboys fan, but he's still a lot of fun on this when he gets making fun of his brother and doing that type of stuff and doing the Dexter Lawrence sexy Lexi dance, if you will. It's kind of visual, but you can kind of hear what to do. So if you'd like to do this, feel free, unless you're in a car, in which case pull over, then get out, then do the sexy Lexi dance along with Eli Manning. You know.
Welcome back. There's Sexy Dexy doing his thing. He didn't get the sack on that last play, but he pretty much created the sack. That running back wanted no part of it. Eli, let's see what your Sexy Dexy dance looks like.
All right, the three most important things, Peyton. Number one, you got to be sexy. Check. Got that. Two, you got to bend the knees, and then you got to get the arms going, and then sexy. Yeah, just like that.
Ooh. Stop, please.
All day.
Fast
You want some more of this?
No. Can we fast forward?
That's all you got. It's the exact same. I've been watching film on it all week.
Yeah,
I nailed it.
that's it. I got the first one down. Be sexy, check, boom, done. That's it. That's funny. Eli Manning's personable. And then LT was on it even last night, and he talks about which Manning brother he would like to take to the ground.
LT, thankfully for Peyton and I, we didn't have to go against you, but if you had your choice,
You guys are too young. You guys are too
I know.
young.
Who would you rather sack, me or Peyton? And keep in mind, once a giant, always a giant, only a giant. Just say it.
Isn't Peyton like about 2 years younger than you? I mean, older than you?
I'm older. I'm older.
5 years
I'm older. 5 years.
There it is. That looks pretty right there.
I
looks
want
pretty.
the old man. I want the old man. Okay? Give me the old man.
LT wants to sack Peyton. He'd get there. There's not a quarterback he wouldn't get his hands on, man. LT was the best. What a beast. And then this is kind of funny. Does anybody else think this is, it sounds like Eli Manning is kind of scared of Bill Belichick after Peyton tries to ruffle some feathers?
Hey, Coach, this is our only Giants game this year. Eli asked that we show this play, the Mario Manningham catch from Super Bowl 46. This isn't about bad memories, but an actual football question. What did you guys see on this play?
Great throw and great catch.
Ready?
All right, we can move on.
Yeah.
Coach,
we're
I'm
done with
not
that play.
asking for these. I'm not asking these questions. This is all Peyton. We have our truth. I'm sticking
Thank
to
you.
our truth. I'm sticking to it.
And I'm upholding it, Eli. I appreciate it. Thanks.
I know. I hear you. I'm sticking to this. Peyton is trying to get us to, go at each other, but don't fall for his tricks. I don't fall for him anymore.
He's a little nervous there, Bud. What's the matter? Oh, man. I mean, it did look like the Giants were going to try to do something towards the end of the game, but Daniel Jones, like I said, doing Daniel Jones things as the Giants got the ball back twice. Got the ball back twice, and then Daniel Jones strip sack. And Giants defense like, we got you. Don't worry. We got you. Daniel Jones says, what? Interception, game over. Steelers win. And I saw that they are sticking with him. They're sticking with that rookie or the first-round pick from 2 years ago, Banks, who got benched last night. And they're sticking with Daniel Jones. I mean, any other job in the world, you suck this bad, you might get benched. Speaking of getting benched, breaking NFL news when we come back on the Sports Show, ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. Q Sports, where are you? Q Sports, where are you? We're gonna get loud a couple times on the comebacks here, guys. We're gonna get a little loud, I think. You guys want to do a little? We're gonna get a little loud. It's Tuesday. It's gonna be loud. Wake everyone up. We're all sleepy Pete's. We're all sleepy Pete's.
We're walking through the woods like we're walking. Oh, crunch. Ooh. Man. What up, Chris? Watching us on YouTube for this. Superimpose the players in CG. You know how all the things take place. Monday Night Football, December 9th.
Jimmy from the Valley. Yeah, Malloy. I don't know, man. They gotta get one, right? The Yankees gotta get one, right? They gotta get one big stretch. Oh. But I don't think they do. I mean, they got... Jesus. Fucking pause, man. Ooh, we're on Instagram. Oh, boy, Malloy, I get it. It was, it's just when you don't, they needed more pitching, like we've said all year. If people have listened to what we've said and stuff like that, they need some more pitching. That break hurt them. That week break off, even though it's just a week. And Aaron Judge. That's killed. Aaron Judge being trash is killed. Oh, you needed Najee Harris to get a touchdown hit? Ah, man from Auburn. Balls. Yeah, he's just not hitting. All right. Let's get loud. Why not? What, you guys want to get loud? Let's do loud things. Let's get loud. So Tuesday, got to wake everybody up. There we go.
This is The Sports Show with Cody Mack.
That'll wake you up on a Tuesday, huh? That's what I'm talking about. You heard that guy. Sports Show with Cody Mack. 97.7 and 100.1 on a rainy Tuesday. I don't know where you are. It's rainy here. It started raining 15, 20 minutes before the show here. And it's like, come on, man. It's going to blow all the leaves off of the trees. I want to see some pretty leaves in a couple more days. Oh, man, it's already Tuesday. But, right, that's, wow, it looks dark as balls out there. That's wicked dark. All right, how about this? Some breaking NFL news. I didn't open my breaking news sounder thing. Couple breaking news things out of the NFL as Stephon Diggs tore his ACL, as many people kind of feared on Sunday of the Texans. We saw that. That looked rough. That did not look fun at all. Poor Stephon Diggs, and we don't want to see a guy go down. So that means Tank Dell now elevated even one more time after Nico Collins went out. Now Diggs, now he's the number one. And I've got him on one of my football teams. I don't hate that at all. And then some more breaking news. We've got a benching of the Colts. Anthony Richardson admitted that, no, I wasn't hurt at all when I went down. I was just, I was tired. Nobody like that. Everyone lost their GD minds. And it did not go over very well for the football world when he said that. And now he's been benched for Joe Flacco.
Indianapolis Colts are going with a quarterback change. Joe Flacco will be starting this weekend instead of Anthony Richardson. This comes fresh off a day of every person that's been involved with the NFL saying that a quarterback can't tap out. That's just not how it works. You can maybe if you're strained or injured, but just to say you're out of breath and to tap out of a game, that is obviously something you're not looking for in a guy to lead a program in a franchise. They've talked about a lot of his stats. I think Anthony Richardson is a very good football player at times, but he is young. He's going to make mistakes. There's been drops too, so his completion percentage, which has been talked about a lot ad nauseum as being a potential historically NFL bad completion percentage. I think there's some more to context to that story, but ultimately, why do you think this decision was made to go to Joe Flacco, and what are you hearing from the Colts organization, who I am not talking to because I don't want to know? And what I said yesterday, I think who knows how they took it and how they heard it, because this is the first time I've ever said something like that about the Indianapolis Colts. Colts fans are pissed off at me for even saying it. Now Joe Flacco's quarterback. What are you hearing from the building, Shefty?
You know what? You know what the amazing part about this is this morning I got a call that this was happening, and I reached out to a couple of people to confirm, and I spoke to some people on other teams, and when I said, hey, my sense is that they're benching Anthony Richardson, the reaction I got from some very smart people was like, of course they're benching him. Like it wasn't even an option. I mean, it was, I couldn't believe how strong people were. And so when I heard that, I'm like, okay, this is happening. This is happening. And, you're waiting for confirmation. They met as an organization this morning to go over it. They obviously broke up those meetings. My understanding is that they have informed each quarterback, and now the move has been made. And
I want to know how Anthony Richardson took that, because he's kind of an outspoken guy. Went to Florida, wasn't very good in Florida, got drafted to the Colts, hasn't been very good for the Colts, so he has every right to act like a douchebag, right? Nope. So I'm interested to see what kind of like thinly veiled compliments he tosses Flacco's way and stuff like that, because that's big news, man. Flacco looked pretty good. He looked good for the Browns last year. They shouldn't have dumped him, but they were like, oh, we paid $250 million guaranteed dollars to the guy who sexually assaults women. Oh, we got to keep that guy, right? I mean, you got to. Why wouldn't you, right? Jeez. And then John Watson goes down to an injury. And now you got Jameis Winston, who threw for 300-something yards, but you could have Joe Flacco, who was already on the team, already led you to the playoffs, already had the fans on your side, then left and went to the Colts, and now the Colts got him. He did good. He got benched. I bet there were chants for him last week, and now he's back. Joe Flacco going to start, man. Very interesting. And then, because we're talking some Steelers stuff here, earlier today as the Steelers beat the Giants, former Steeler, now former Panther, Deontay Johnson has been traded from the Panthers. So poor Bryce Young, Andy Dalton have nobody to throw to as he goes to the Ravens. The Ravens looking like they made a desperation move because they needed to get something, anything to make up for the Chiefs getting 26-yard DeAndre Hopkins. So, I mean, some sweet breaking news in the NFL. And then this is going to cause a riff. Someone wants to mark this down. Mike McCarthy said that Tavon Diggs needs to chill out because he's criticizing the media, and Mike McCarthy, of course, takes the side with anybody but a superstar that, is going to end up being disgruntled and, I don't know, demanding a trade or something. God knows what. This is not going to be a good couple years for the Cowboys. A heap for Hunter. Don't forget. Tank for us here to get Travis Hunter, and then we'll still fall outside the top 5 and end up with an offensive lineman. It's a sports show with Cody Mack on ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. We'll come back. We got to talk World Series, right? There could be just one more game. Ugh. Oh, yeah, I forgot he's off. I forgot he was on that team. Poor Anthony Thielen. Oh, man. That poor guy. With ministry, I can do that tomorrow. I have stuff that I preload it, so I can do that tomorrow. When is that? Monday? Next Monday? I want to go to that. One of those where I got to take advantage and talk to the boss lady. Get myself some tickets. Ooh. I'm gonna do a little bit of the Yankees. I'm gonna get some of that Yankees. Gonna get some of that Yankees. Sweet Yankee action. Gonna have some of that sweet Yankee action. Sweet Yankee action. Sweet Yankee action. Oh, hitting home runs. Oh. Oh, look at that. It's clearing up maybe just a little bit. That's what I was going to do. I was going to stop and see if Tops had those chips. I knew that's what I was going to do. I drove by Tops and went, why did I want to go to Tops? Ooh, Malloy, fire them all. Fire them all. Nah, you can't release Judge. They're going to, might not be able to resign Soto because of the way this is going. Big stretch. Little stretch. I have soda and I don't need the cap, so fudge you. You put the cap away. My OCD doesn't ever stop letting me finagle with things. OCD finagler, moving things around all the time. Moving things around all the time. And the internet crashed. There we go.
Life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone. I hear you call my name, and it feels like home.
This is The Sports Show with Cody Mack.
It's like an angel beside me. I have no choice. I hear your voice. Feels like lying. I close my eyes.
What a song.
Oh God,
It's the Sports Show on ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. I am Cody Mack. That was a banger. You try to play less than a minute and a half of a Madonna. What are you, nuts? Oh, man. You know who else is living on a prayer? Bon Jovi? No. Yeah, man. Yankees. But, it's all right. We'll talk Yankees. You want to talk whatever. 315-437-7644 on the Sports Show. We can have a chat. You can tell me why the Yankees are not cooked. I don't mind. You whatever you think, whatever your reason is, you're wrong. But could it be because of the way the game started last night? I've seen a lot of people angry at Fat Joe. Not allowed to step on the mound, Mr. Joe. What are you, nuts? And then he spikes the mic? You're in the Bronx. You're at Yankee Stadium. I don't care if you're a fan. I don't think they're allowed on the mound. I've seen several people legitimately angry about that. Because baseball fans are the weirdest kind of, people. Like, you can't step on the line. You can't celebrate a home run. You can grab your genitals. Definitely make sure you grab your genitals. And you better not. You better not step on the mound if you're not a little pitcher. But, yeah, it just is not going well, man. We're going to hear a couple reasons for Aaron Judge's struggles from very respected Jessica Mendoza, because I like her, and I think she likes me. You never know. She probably does. I don't blame her. It's just not going well for Judge, man, at all. You got, is it Gil? How do you say it? Gil? Either way, he's going to have a short leash tonight, man. He's going to have a real short leash, because the second the Yankees sense trouble, They are going to pull him real fast. Trouble like how this started last night with poor Clark Schmidt.
It is a fastball. It's ripped down the line. It is gone. A fifth consecutive World Series game with a Freddie Freeman home run. And the Dodgers are on the board first in Game 3.
That happens tonight, he's gone, I bet. I would not be shocked if they immediately are like, nope, out of here, goodbye. Because it just, you can't fall behind, man. I was hopeful for a little bit when I misunderstood the series, because I just assumed they changed every rule ever about anything ever. And I don't know, maybe it was a 2-2-3 series. And I don't know, for some reason I thought they were going back to L.A. sooner than later, and they're not. They're going to be in the Bronx for 2 more games. Sometimes with these, you see a team kind of be like, hey, we got this guy, guys. We got this team's number. We're not losing. Maybe just kind of chill out, and then we take this back to L.A. But no, they're in the Bronx for 2 more games. It's not going to happen. Aaron Boone, hopeful it happens.
Only one team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit in World Series history. How do you like your chances heading into Game 4?
We're trying to get a game tomorrow. Okay? That's where our focus lies.
Don't be cranky.
Hopefully
down
we can,
0-3.
Go be this amazing
Not that
story
guy's
and
fault.
shock the world. But right now it's about trying to get a lead, trying to grab a game, and force another one, and then on from there. But we got to grab one first.
Yeah, you got to grab one first. But don't be cranky, dude. You're the one that's down friggin' 0-3 here. But yeah, they've got to get something here because again, last night, man, this was cool. I don't know if anybody caught this, Yankee fans. I'm sure you did, because this may have changed the game a little bit. This was a lot of people wondering why Stanton went in here, and he gets thrown out by a guy that I'm quickly falling in love with, sports crush-wise, with Teoscar Hernandez. Visually, this play was awesome. It was such an awesome throw to get Stanton, who runs like he's got molasses just on the bottoms of his feet. Just that poor guy. He's got no knees.
Hooks it into left field. That's down for a base hit. Here comes Stanton. Here comes Hernandez's throw. It is in time.
Again, defense executed perfectly.
Yeah, they got him. It was a real awesome throw. You'll probably see it a bunch of times. You're watching random stuff tonight as the Yankees go. Is it 8 o'clock again here? And then they tried the Yankees. This maybe could get things going today. This could be a carryover effect in which the likes we've never seen. When Verdugo smacked that home run, 2-run shot, maybe that carries over to tonight. Maybe.
High fly ball to deep right field. Betts goes back at the track at the wall and gone. Alex Verdugo, with the Yankees down to their last out, connects on a 2-run home run. First home run of the postseason for the Yankee left fielder. And now they've got the top of the order coming up. Don't forget all that shutout stuff we're talking about, a 4-2 game.
He didn't miss it. And you're right. All that shutout goes right out the window. But the Yankees, you don't like losing. You don't like being down 3-0.
Well, too late. There's only something they could do tonight. And just to stay alive here, because it is, you've heard it numerous times, I'm sure, Yankees fans. I'm not trying to rub it in, I swear.
2-2 to Torres. Bouncing ball towards the middle. Edman with a spin and a throw. And the Dodgers dominate Game 3. They're a win away from a world championship. A 3-0 series lead over the Yankees.
And a lot of that fault can fall on the shoulders of one Aaron Judge here. I got stats. Where are they? Where are my stats here? Because when you got a guy that's making that much money and you count on all year, he's hitting 50-some-odd home runs, 60 home runs, 150 RBIs, and he right now, all postseason, has just 2 home runs, hitting 140 in the postseason. Whereas poor Gleyber Torres, he's hitting 271. You got Giancarlo Stanton hitting 6 home runs, 14 RBIs, hitting 298 in the postseason, having the postseason of his life. Giancarlo Stanton. You've got people like Volpe hitting 244. You got Rizzo hitting 364. You got other guys. Where's the other RBIs I wanted to do? Juan Soto, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs, 326. You need Judge in the middle of that order to produce, or else things fall apart quickly like they have for the Yankees. Right, Jessica Mendoza?
All right, the great Jess Mendoza with us this morning here analyzing the World Series. Freddie Freeman, awesome homering in each of the first 3 games. Aaron Judge, the absolute opposite of that. 1 for 12 with 7 strikeouts in the World Series. He's hitting 140 in the postseason. What's going on?
He's caught in between the curveball and the fastball. And obviously, it's inside his head more than anything even mechanical at this point. I mean, he is this team, and he understands it. But look at his first at-bat. I mean, this is a 96-mile. He's looking breaking ball because he's seen over 60% breaking balls. So he swings and misses the fastball. This is a pitch he normally hits. Then 3-2. By the way, he did not see a strike in this whole at-bat. That's ball 4. 3-2 count. He would have walked. He would have taken the walk. Instead, he chases outside of the zone. But this one, Greeny, this one right here. Are you kidding me? I mean, this is cookie, pancake, whatever you want to call it. You hit this thing out every time. That is Aaron Judge. And instead, he misses. In fact, Joe Davis on the call thought it was out. Because the hanging curveball, you expect Aaron Judge.
He just missed that curveball, too, man.
End of the bat. Greeny, Aaron Judge right now is putting so much pressure on himself. He is chasing 56% more than he did in the regular season. Yes, this is a guy who can slug, but he's also a guy who knows the strike zone. He doesn't right now.
So I mean, you were one of the very few people in the world who understand what it's like to be in a pressure situation and have everyone counting on you to come through. So in your career, if you had times of slumps like this, what gets you out of it? What would you advise him to do going into a game tonight to try and save their season?
The biggest thing, I think, right now for him, and Aaron Boone said this yesterday, he has to get on time. ninth. Like, he has to be, like, extra early. And what that's going to allow him to do is just simplify the game to see the ball again. Instead, he's guessing, right? So when you're guessing, you're trying to get early for the curveball, you're late on the fastball, you're in between because you are sure this is exactly what I'm hunting, this is exactly what I'm going for. But when you're in this kind of slump, and honestly, the game is moving so dang fast, you slow the game down. I know this sounds so simple, but you get that front foot down early, you're able to read everything and just react. He's one of the best hitters in the game for a reason.
Yeah, it's true. He's just got to be, a little early and calm down. But I'm sure also, man, it's the World Series. You know what I mean? It's what every single one of these guys dreams of growing up is to be in a World Series. And here Aaron Judge is. That's pressure. I get that it's as simple as just be easy. Hit more home runs. I'm sure he's trying because, I'm very sure he would like to not fail in the World Series. But again, I got a couple stats here. We've got guys and gals. I know some of these teams I've never even heard of, but there's been examples of teams coming back from 3-0. There's been examples. I know someone that's not as excited and doesn't think that they're going to, and he thinks it's Aaron Judge's fault. You know who it is. We haven't even heard from him yet. We're about 45 minutes in. There's been no Stephen A. What the frick?
You know your baseball. We know what you bring to the table. Shay, you're a Hall of Famer. Let me tell you what pundits like myself do, okay? What we do is this. Whoever you are, regularly, is what we look at to define what you are when it really, really counts. What I mean by that is this. If you have been smacking 57 home runs throughout the regular season, okay, and you're the monster, but then the bright lights of the postseason show up, and you're nowhere to be found, that is called choking to us. Now, I'm not going to use that word with this man. He's such a nice guy, Aaron Judge. I don't know if you ever met him. He's such a nice guy. I don't wish this on him.
It's hard to see him struggling.
But here's what we're going to say. This is one of the most atrocious performances we've seen from a baseball player, from a hitter in postseason history.
Ouch.
0-83.
Yeah.
Not even batting 100.
In the World Series.
1 for 12, 7 strikeouts. And oh, by the way, this ain't the first postseason he has done this. I think his career, correct me if I'm wrong, Jessica, isn't it like 122 what his batting average is in like multiple postseasons? He is so lucky that the late, great George Steinbrenner, the former owner of the New York Yankees, is not alive. Because could you imagine what George Steinbrenner would be saying about him to the media, on camera, in the tabloids, and everything else in between? He wouldn't stop because you have to show up and produce when it counts most. New York is a rough town, but it can also be very forgiving. New Yorkers are not going to let this go.
No, they're really not, because we've talked about it before. Notoriously, New Yorkers, sometimes you are a little. Yeah, got that? Okay. Sometimes you're a little bandwagony, and this is one of those times where you're going to jump off his bandwagon really, really fast. But in order for that to happen, they got to win tonight, and it's happened before. There's been times when that has happened, where the team that is down 0-3, they've come back. Where in the NHL, it's happened 3 times. 2010, it happened. Flyers, Bruins. Well, I kind of remember that. And Philadelphia overcame a 3-0 goal deficit in the 7th game as well. Wow. And then that was the Flyers over the Bruins. Yeah, I said that. And then 2024, Kings over the Sharks in the Western Conference, the first round. So the Kings beat the Sharks 10 years ago. So, that could happen. See? Also in hockey, where the hell did I find that? Where'd it go? Look at this. AHL Calder Cup playoffs, 1960. Rochester Americans beat the Cleveland Barons. And then again in 89 in the Southern Division Finals, Adirondack Red Wings beat the Hershey Bears. See? So it's happened in hockey like several times. And then in baseball, let's see, where have we seen a team come back 3-0? Oh, yeah. Oh, geez. Red Sox, Yankees. But that was the ALCS. That wasn't the World Series. It's never happened. It's never happened. Oh, look, we got a call. Victoria, Cicero, Yankees. What's up?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? Good.
Good. So I'm a Mets fan, but I've been watching the World Series, and I think, like, my opinion is I'm not hating on the Yankees. I think they have a really solid lineup, and I think what's been happening is in the series is they have a lot of, like, self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah.
And that's, like, what reminds me of, like, you have the error on Gleyber Torres, and, like, stuff leads to runs. And then you have, I'm just questioning last night why they sent Stanton.
Right? It's not like they didn't know he can't run.
He runs in the mud. And
Yeah.
I'm like, he's just never going to make it to home. And then while while they're having all these self-inflicted wounds, the Dodgers are taking advantage of everything.
Yep. Yeah, because you don't know what would have
They're not
happened
missing,
if they didn't send him. You got guys hitting. They would have had guys on, bringing up someone else. No, you're right.
Exactly. And I just think I agree with what you're saying. I think people are going to question if Judge if he doesn't get anything going tonight, he's going to be looked at as like, are you really a Mr. October guy, or are you going to choke? Like Stephen A. was talking. And I think he has, in this moment, he's Aaron Judge is like all rise. And I think a lot of people expected a lot more. And right now I'm just seeing two hitters, Soto and Giancarlo. There's like no consistency in the lineup. You have two guys hitting, the long ball is happening, but there's no consistent of bringing guys in. Like they're just not hitting like a consistent hitting cycle.
Yeah, no, he's stalling the offense. Whereas you'll get a couple guys on, he'll get up and strikes out, stuff like that. Where he's just killing that offense. And you're right, they will, because next year they'll get started. They could get off to a 10-0 start. He could hit 10 home runs in the first 10 games, and Yankee fans and baseball fans are going to go, yeah, but remember in the World Series when you hit 0-80 or whatever the heck he's hitting?
Oh, right. So that makes sense. It's like, okay, walk Soto, pitch to Judge.
Yep.
Because you have a higher – right now he's just not seeing the ball well. He's whiffing. I think I agree. I don't know who said it, but about his timing. And I don't know if his timing is off. I mean, it's not like last night. Buehler doesn't really throw like heat.
No.
Like he's not throwing it by him. So I'm just confused a little bit about where he's struggling with, if it's his back foot or I don't know if he's just. It could be the pressure too, like you said.
Yeah,
it could be a lot of pressure, and
I think it's both.
Yeah, for sure. It just stinks because I know, 3-0. That is tough to come back from that.
Yeah, not looking good, but we'll see. See you tonight. You can't get another 2, 3, or 4 until you get this first one. So.
Exactly. Roll with it and see what happens.
Exactly. Well, thanks for the call. I appreciate that, Victoria.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Talk to you later. Bye. Cool, man. That was awesome. Yeah. So, again, we'll see what happens. Let's come back and immediately wrap it up. It's the Sports Show, ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. Thanks, Jordan. Probably just come right back with the end. One, two, three. Yeah. We are sorry. Oh, so sorry. All right, this stuff I don't need. This stuff I don't need. Oh, that's been on the whole time. This stuff I don't need. This stuff I don't need. That I can keep here, and that I need. I'll just start another one. Bring that back there. Can't step on a mound. No. Yes, that is a picture of Josh. Now he's always in the studio with me. Chisholm's batting fourth. Jeez. All right. But I got stuff to play tomorrow now already. Jeez, Wednesday's going to be easy too. Got stuff for you guys for Wednesday. That'll work out well. Let's see it. Ha! I love it. That's a cool picture, Ryan. I'll have to print that out later. That's wicked funny. I burped. Oh, my phone was at 69% battery. That's disappointing that it's not anymore. 69% battery, bro. Come on, where are you kidding me? Oh. Boop, 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 boop. Yankees baseball. Right? Stupid phone. I didn't even do anything. It drops a whole percentage point. Ah. Nice. All right. We're back. Just like that. Just like that, it's the sports show on ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. My name is Cody Mack. We're going to get on up out of here, make way for the 315 with Brian Higgins, the excitingly clean-shaven Brian Higgins is up next. Bunch of stuff on tonight if you're looking for some NBA, the T-Wolves and Mavs, Pelicans, Warriors, because NBA is getting back going, and college basketball will be shortly to follow. If you need your football fix, ESPN2 has got a game, and ESPNU has got a game. Louisiana Raging Cajuns and the Texas State Bobcats on one channel, and the other channel, Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, the Sam Houston Bearcats. Cajuns, Bobcats, Bearcats, Bulldogs. And the Yankees on, obviously. And the Rangers, hockey fans. Rangers are on ESPN. They're taking on the Capitals. Rangers pretty good this year. They're supposed to be real good all year. So we'll see. We'll check in with the Rangers at some point. But like I said, Yankees game tonight, they gotta get it done. If they don't, it's over. And that's it for baseball for the year. All right. We're going to get on up out of here. Like I said, the very excitingly clean-shaven Brian Higgins and the 315 is up next. So Sports Show on ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1.